blah something.
Blah, blah,
Chapter
blah, blah,
27,
blah, blah, blah,
Consummatum
blah.
est, which means it is finished in Latin. Wow.
Just
Lincoln
call
talks to
me
his family
Seizure.
and says he loves them and then falls asleep and dies. Apparently the Loudhouse fandom ate this shit up because even before researching this video, I've actually heard whispers of it in various places. Anyways, let's move on to the visual art side of the fandom, where we can see scenes like this in vivid DeviantArt quality. In this image, we see the Loud family undergoing lots of suffering. It starts relatively minor, with Lisa having a failed explosion or experiment, the twins getting into a fight, Lucy being sad, Lincoln breaking a stuffed animal, and then Lynn has a bent leg, Luna's having a reputation ruined. Hey, we've seen this one before. Luna has alcohol poisoning from binge drinking, Lenny's been stabbed by glass or something, and Lori's on the verge of death. Like, this guy made a medieval triptych version of Loudhouse fan art. We get to see all of them needlessly suffering for some reason. Wow, look at that! A fully realized reenactment of the pain and suffering experienced by the Loud family during Lincoln's final moments from Requiem for a Loud. If we keep looking, we see Lincoln with fatal head trauma, Lincoln getting into a fatal car crash with Lori, Lola visiting the grave of her twin sister, and it just continues on forever. There's no end to the suffering this family experiences in various iterations upon the core show. Whatever conclusions we may reach about the show's fandom, though, we haven't even reached the bottom of the barrel yet. Stay tuned, where we'll be diving into how disgusting this fandom can truly get on the unsupervised corners of the internet.
This is the same ad. Splitgate. Fraud.
As of now, you, the viewer, are standing on the precipice of a terrifyingly deep pit of immorality and flat-out illegality.
You on the top of it.
Before we take the jump, allow me to guide you along the edge of the canyon, giving you a hint of what's to come. If I haven't hinted at it enough, the art that many people in this fandom creates involves putting underage characters, sometimes even family members, in sensually tense environments. Let's go over how deep this rabbit hole travels into the various dark and gross corners the surface of this fandom has to offer. For an example of something actually official in the show, and even a distant observer would
like
notice,
the feature of multiple episodes,
relationship between Lincoln's 11-year-old friend, Clyde, and his own 17-year-old sister. And they actually kind of play it off as normal. Look, I don't know about you, but to write such a weird thing into a kid's show, especially with the creator himself being a woman toucher, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, they could have toned down the whole bloody nose thing, or at the bare minimum made this kid attracted to someone his own age. Like, shit, we don't need representation for most underage Twitter furries. Anyways, moving away from the official shit, all you have to do to enter the cesspool of art and fanfiction is by searching up, quote,
Chris Alvito is a
in the
pervert?
world of fan art, there are three categories here.
No way.
1. In-show canon relationships.
Number 1,
Honestly,
canon
stuff.
Like
actually morally acceptable,
I still
like
don't really want to show these because it's still kind of weird.
Number 2. Pudding.
2. This one very specific lesbian ship.
With that random background character
Yuri.
for a single episode into a lesbian relationship.
They even gender bended it, so you cannot make this up.
So many results between these two characters. I was honestly dumbfounded. I figured, eventually it'll stop. Nope, it just keeps going.
It just
Number
keeps
3,
going.
Shipping Lincoln with his own
shipping Lincoln with his
while also showing him as having kids. Again, name another show as mainstream as this with a fandom this insane.
The actual muck is that?
There's no shortage of content involving more underage characters enjoying each other's company. Again, just look up Loudhouse fanfiction. The first result is a story called Shipping War. Our author places a strong emphasis on puberty and its effects, and how he's now 13 years old, also making him irresistible to the other 13-year-old girls around him. Yeah, I don't know about you, it feels weird seeing what is probably an adult write about young teenagers experiencing romance, especially a kid's show. Basically, this whole thing turns out to be the equivalent of a harem anime, but written by a lonely adult man, so you can just about assume where that goes. Whoa, we're not done yet, though.
Hold on.
I've got one more story to torture you
with.
Here's another fanfiction called Ship Shape.
Ship
guess
Shape.
What this one's about? A story where Lincoln has some form of sensual or sexually tense interaction with almost every one of his sisters. Here are some excerpts if you're curious. Very funny, Lori. Lincoln called back. Put me down.
You know the one of the commandments. You're not supposed to. Not to marry your siblings.
Dude, she's 17 years old. Like, what do I even say about this? Lincoln agreed, unable to take his eyes off his bouncing sister, specifically the parts that were bouncing. And then we can ask. Again, bro, this girl is 16 talking to her 11-year-old brother. Speaking of, later in the story, we get these bone-chilling words. Little help, Link? Luna asked.
Incest?
Feels like I'm not doing it right. Just put your arms around my waist. All right, what's next?
Oh boy, sibling sex. This should not be. This should not be.
At 14 years old,
this should.
Lola Loud looked
this
like
is
she had been
just wrong.
constructed to be the first thing to show up when jailbait was entered into a search engine. A fact that had aided the FBI.
Bro, this is actually kind of muck.
Contrasted sharp,
I am not going to say the F word, because if I did that, then I would be
I think I've given enough
banished
examples, and I'm sure you're
for
done
life on
listening to
YouTube.
this, but if you've forgotten, then let me remind you. this is the surface of what's to come. So, if you
I
want to
say
get even darker, stay tuned. And we'll
the
be staring the devil
Pokemon
right
world.
in the face.
The Pokemon word instead of F word. Treachery.
You can probably already guess what I've been alluding towards this whole video. If you haven't realized it yet, the Loud House fandom has created a large volume of inappropriate images involving
Basically
children,
illegal.
often combining themes of abuse,
SA.
among other
Familial.
things. This side of the fandom doesn't hold back either, including all of the
Infancy?
sisters and other kids in the town from ages 17 years old to 15 months. I don't think you need to even see blurred examples as proof, nor do I really want to see those images either, but to give you some context on how bad this is, let's play a game of numbers. On a website dedicated to a certain internet rule, searching the Loud House yields a grand total of 7,500 results.
7,500 results.
Primarily of children, with 7,500 NSFW images of it produced. On another website I discovered while doing my search is that I will not name due to the entire point of the website being underage art. There are
16,000 results.
16,000 results. I cannot stress to you how big of a thing this is in the fandom, and while it may not be the majority of people within it, the sheer volume of these works is not few enough to just ignore. If the few and the proud within the Loud House fandom end up seeing this video, I can almost guarantee the argument about it being a small part of the fandom that
Okay,
we do not
well,
agree with. And while you may not be wrong in the
Punch.
objective sense, the fact this type of art is so voluminous compared to other fandoms is the true issue here. Just like that Reddit guy mentioned SpongeBob, let's see how the volume of SpongeBob NSFW art compares to the Loud House. On the first website I mentioned, the number sits around 3,000.
3,000
that means that a show
results.
in total that has existed for 3 times longer and has a
24
consumer base
years
of billions
old.
has less than half the
SpongeBob
artwork
is
of a show
24
that's been
years
around
old
for
and
7
the
years
Loud
and is
House is like
primarily
7
made for an
years
American
old.
audience. To reiterate, it's more of a macro scale trend thing than on
This
an
is an
individual
issue
scale.
of grand
Remember,
scale,
this
not
video is
of
about
small
the fandom as a
ones.
whole, so I've covered it as a whole. This video isn't meant to discuss the inner workings of Loud House internet politics and to discuss the nuance of a misunderstood fandom or something. And, although I understand very well this type of stuff the general fandom doesn't tolerate, I'm making a video to bring awareness to this kind of stuff, since based on my research, only a select few cartoon YouTubers have discussed this fandom in any sort of depth, usually staying on the surface of the fandom. And I know this is a wild time to plug, but if you want to see content where I venture to and discuss places where most YouTubers
Also
wouldn't
join
even
the
think about
2 Buck
venturing
Troop
to,
if
drop
you
a
really
sub
want to
and share the
support
video
me.
around so more people can learn about what happens behind the scenes
If
in the Loud
you
House fandom.
really want to
To
support
most,
me.
The Loud House is a fairly average show about growing up in a big family, with all of them learning how to treat people with kindness and respect. But peek behind the veil, and you'll see much more than what you expected to. Weird fan fiction, art,
Weird fan
and
fiction,
borderline
art,
illegal content
and
that is readily
illegal
accessible
content.
to anyone with the ability to type on a keyboard. Fortunately, though, I think of a lot of things to talk about. I have some ideas for the next iteration of Fallen Fandoms, but I'll let you guys decide when that time comes. Anyways, thanks for suffering through this video with me, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay.
Sell to your customer.
Sheesh. That has got to be one of the most darker but weirdest fandom of that people made for the Loud House. Especially fan fiction, art, and Rule 34. I mean, that's just, fan fiction containing sibling incest and sex, that's just wrong. Well, anyway, I mean, I have no idea what is wrong with a bunch of artists and users and fan fiction authors who wrote something like that, especially the Loud House fandom. Anyway, that was my reaction to the worst fandom you've never heard of. Fallen Fandoms Episode 1 by Jax. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. If you like me to react to some more reviews of fandoms like this, comment down below. Another reminder, do you really want me to watch and react to Pokemon? Comment down below, please. Also, if you like my reaction to this video, comment under the video below, and don't forget to click a thumbs up for a like. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click on notifications bell or suggestions of what you want me to do or react to next. Don't forget to follow me on X, DeviantArt, Tumblr, Discord, TikTok, Blue Sky, Patreon. This is Ponylover1989, and I'll see you all next time on the next reaction video. See ya!